Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest. I am your host, as always, Midnight Sun. Today, we're going to head back to the castle with Harvey. However, before we do that, let's look at that first of all. Isn't that wonderful and just not nightmare-causing? Anyway, besides doing that though, we are going to look at one more thing in this area, but before I get there, there are a couple of things I need to take care of. First, I need to listen to, you know, Navi, who's basically just telling us, hey, we should probably get back to Hyrule Castle now that we have all 3 spiritual stones. Another thing I want to do is I want to talk to Saria, because, as always, we should probably check out what she has to say at this point in the game. Yes, I do want to talk to Saria. Can't you hear me? I have a microphone here. This is what it's for. Talking! Anyway. Saria, however, is not her usual chipper self, or at least optimistically helpful self. She is actually very worried about what's happening at the castle. She's the only Kokiri, by the way, who seems to know what the castle is. She does use a capital letter for the castle, so we must know which castle it is. After all, we've only seen one castle so far. Hyrule Castle. I'm just blabbing on and on right now. So, let's do the other thing that we're here for in this area. Like I said before, this area looks big, but actually has a few things in it that you might not find. First of all, this gigantic wall, which falls with only a single bomb. Very thin, very, very thin. But apparently constructed out of many boulders. Anyways, we pull out our fairy ocarina there. Love this ocarina. Hope I never have to get rid of it. And we call upon the great fairy of this fountain. Using, of course, our awesome royalty creds. Zelda's Lullaby. And there's the laugh. Hello, creepy lady with ivy all over your body. Is me again. Harvey. You know. Me. By the way, something odd about these fairies is that apparently they are all the Great Fairy of Magic. All of them. But they refer to each other like the fairy, they refer to the fairies that exist in the different fountains as though they are completely different entities. So, kind of gotta wonder about that. But she does give us something cool, disregarding her name for a moment. She gives us Farore's Wind. Now, there are 3 of these kinds of items, these magical powers in these diamond-shaped enclosures that we can find throughout the game. And the 3 of them are named after the 3 golden goddesses that we heard of before. So this one here is Farore. There's also a Din and a Nayru. We're actually going to be getting one of them really quickly within this video. Farore's Wind is an interesting one, you could say. It's not exactly something that a lot of people use. I myself find, you know, using it to be completely unnecessary. It's really only good for if you find the nexus of a dungeon, like the place where everything's going to come from, and you think, okay, it's my first time in here, or maybe I mess up a lot. I'm going to want to come back to this area a lot. So you put down a Farore's Wind, and you can, the next time that you use it, you can warp back to that area. Oh, okay. But yeah, you can just warp back straight to that area. It's a pretty useful, nifty little trick. But not exactly the kind of thing you're going to find yourself using all that often. Just because a lot of the times that you might want to use it, there's already something in your way that tells you, yeah, you should probably go back. You're not ready for this place yet. Anyway, now that we've saved her, here's Ruto, being awfully giddy about the fact that she gave us her most precious possession. Roll right into a wall there and not get hurt. And let's see if King Zora has anything to give us this time around. Huh? Huh? That's it. A thanks and good wishes. Jeez, I saved his daughter. I saved the heiress, the only person who could possibly take over in his line after he dies. Probably of a heart attack. Gigantic, xenophobic dick. Anyway, I think I'm done with this area now. We've got a creepy princess and a fat, ungrateful bastard on the throne. Let's get out of here. I'm done with these people. Anyways, welcome back to dry land at last. Hyrule Field. Something to take note of right now. We can look at the Hyrule Castle drawbridge from here, and first of all, the lights are lit. Second of all, the drawbridge is already up. Now, usually those two things don't occur unless it is night, so something's going on in the castle. Maybe they want to keep something out? Or are they trying to keep something in? These mysterious clouds tell me something's bad's happening, and sorry I did too, so let's take a look. Well, that's kind of sad. I thought Ganondorf just wanted to give us a high five in that dream. Oh well, we might as well see what the princess left us as she was fleeing from the dangerous, dangerous man. God, getting out of this river is going to be a bitch. Anyway, she gave us a legendary item, Ocarina of Time. Yay! If only its text was orange. Could have made a joke. Okay, so we lost ourselves a bro, but we also got a new mission against him. So, at least we get to have our vengeance. So now that, saying so a lot. So, there I go again. Now that, Zelda has sent us on our new mission, let's go get sidetracked for a few minutes. After all, that's what Harvey does best. Oh yeah, by the way, whenever you see these guys, no, don't pick up a plant. Whenever you see these guys, talk to them. They're gonna have something relevant to say. Even if it isn't gonna help you along on your mission of glory, it at least will tell you something. Which isn't really useful this time around. He's basically just saying, oh, I nearly got kicked by his horse, oh dear, blah, blah, blah. So that guy is kind of a pussy, but you know what? Give him some, cred. Maybe he was just too scared to run away. Ooh, wait, what's this guy saying? Mysterious fountain? Ooh! Well, we like our fountains. And I did say we were going to be getting something else this video. Remember what that was? Go ahead, backtrack. Listen to my voice more. I know you do. Anyway, we find ourselves next to a Hyrule guard here who's apparently got a little bit of a stuttering problem. I don't like to make fun of that. I just pointing it out, that even the Hyrule guard lets people, with special needs into their army. So they are at least good people. And apparently he was surprised that Ganondorf betrayed them. And oh, wow, he actually tried. See? Being, a little bit off doesn't mean that you can't be brave. In fact, the only brave person in the entire Hyrule Guard. You know what? I bet they didn't even have a single injury besides this guy. We need to totally go and grab a drink once I'm old enough. Okay. I know. Okay. Alright. I'll go to the Temple of Time Man, and then we're going to go and hit the bar. We're going to pick up some chicks. I'm going to totally be your... Oh. Oh, dear. Somebody just died. Wow, it's pretty heavy for a Nintendo game. Anyway. What's wrong with... Well, I don't know. Great. You know what? I probably could have told him what's wrong with loitering around all day, but he probably would have just said, oh, that Hyrule Castle guard's loitering around, how come I can't? And then I would have had to get really silent, and things would have gotten really awkward, so I'm not going to do that. Anyway. Remember how I talked about getting something? Well, let's go get something. Yeah, I know it wasn't all that much distance, but I did decide to jump cut it. Wanna know why? Because I have the power. I have the video editing tools. And I've also got bombs. I don't use them too well, but at least I use them when I have to. Or when I need to, or when I should to. Anyway, we got ourselves another Fairy's Fountain, so of course we're going to whip out our new Ocarina. Give it a test drive, as it were. And we're going to play, the song again. And once again, I just want to point out that as soon as this fairy pops out, she's going to call herself the Great Fairy of Magic and introduce herself as though this is the first time, even though by now it is the third. And it's not like you can visit these people unless you've been to the first fairy, so I don't know what she thinks makes her so special. Oh, I'm the Great Fairy of Magic. Shut up. You're not that special. I've met 2 of you already. Psh, you should see the way my hands are gesturing right now. They're just all over the place. Anyway. She's, oh god, she's horrifying. Japan's got this thing with large proportions, I guess. Maybe it's because they know that they can't have it. But they sure do give it to their anime and video game characters. Anyways, Din's Fire is the second one that we get. So now all we have left to obtain is Nayru. So, what is Nayru's spell going to be? Well, oh dear, her thunder thighs. Look at those things. She has, like, Tifa-level thunder thighs. Anyway, we have Din for fire, and Din was the one who sculpted the earth. We had Farore for courage, and oddly enough, that gives us a thing that allows us to run away after being stupid. And, well, we'll see what Nayru's spell is in a while. It actually is going to take us quite a while to find that one. But let's show off Din's. Here we go. It's basically just a big ball of fire that goes around you. It could have killed that one Skulltula that I spent like 4 or 5 minutes trying to kill in Jabu Jabu's belly. Could have done that pretty fast, but it didn't. So anyway, now that we have obtained that, let's get sidetracked a little bit more. Huzzah! Do something completely irrelevant. Just walking past guards. By the way, somebody mentioned this on the thread, but I had actually never tried it before, so here's me doing the walking behind the guards to get around them instead of jumping into the moat thing. Awesome. What I wanted to show here is that, okay, you can see them on the left there. The Hyrule Castle guards are now going to be complete hardasses. They usually only did this at night. If you tried walking through at night, they would be there and they would throw you out, but now it's during the day as well. You know. Anyways, let's take a listen to what Saria has to say now that we have gone past the checkpoint. Yes, I can hear you, Saria. Mysteriously. And she can hear us, too. She's commenting on the tone of our ocarina and how it is different now. Huh? Yeah? Good stuff, huh? Yeah, it's kind of boring, I know, but that's all she has to say for the moment. Let's hear what Navi has to say. Just kind of one of those things where if you're really getting sidetracked, she kind of reminds you, hey, you should probably go to the, Temple of Time. You should probably go there. Whatever. Let's go to the Temple of Time. Oh, and I literally had to touch this guard in order to get him to notice me. Yes, I had to touch him. Alright, here we are in the courtyard of the Temple of Time. We got us a nice view of Death Mountain. Very pretty, not very death-looking. Let's head inside. This is our first time in the Temple of Time. It's funny, get it, our first time? Anyway, I'm being really quiet and reverent because we're in a temple. This isn't the kind of place where you just kind of, yell and run around and do scary crap like that. Because unless you're running... No, but we shouldn't be running in here. We should just be walking very calmly up to this altar, and we should see what they're doing. It's really dramatic. You guys should tell me if this is working, if this is, enhancing the experience. 3 hollows. Alright. Okay, enough of this. So, basically, 3 spiritual stones, Ocarina of Time, and, oh, sorry. There was somebody over there in the corner looking at me. All those Hylians. Anyway, they basically just kind of tell you exactly what you need to do in order to open up the Door of Time. So, those ancient sages that built the Temple of Time, they're kind of stupid. Their stupidity shines through this structure here. I can feel it in my very shield. If you get my drift. It's my Deku shield. Anyway, we have to give up our shiny items for now. We have to put them into the appropriate slots so that the door will open now that we've played the Song of Time. I guess maybe that's what they were betting on, that nobody would learn the Song of Time or get the Ocarina of Time, in this minuscule land of Hyrule. I guess they didn't assume that anybody would actually go out and try and get the spiritual stones because they were flung to the far races outside of Hyrule, yeah. Anyway, I ran up those stairs and I'm being very rude right now, running around everywhere. Navi has a revelation here. Well, more like she notices something. I'm not really sure if that's considered a revelation. I think a revelation is more like a, oh my goodness kind of moment. Like you just thought of it, but no, she saw it. So it's more of a, I'm just babbling. She found herself the Master Sword, which is basically the penultimate sword in, Zelda lore. You don't really find too many swords that are just kind of, oh wait, he's walking again. Okay, you don't find too many swords that are as highly praised or well known as the Master Sword. Anyway, now that we're here, we might as well take it. There's nobody else around. Certainly nobody else got the stuff that we got, so they're not going to be able to get in here. Which is good. Now that we've got the sword, everything's going to be better, right? Right? Fuck. Wow, and welcome back, everybody. It's been a little while since I talked to you, right? Huh? Yeah, it's pretty much the largest amount of a cutscene that we get until the very end of the game. So, before we go on, however, Sheik over there, that nice guy, did mention that we have somebody in the woods that we know who apparently is waiting for us. All right, let's talk to Saria, the person in the woods whom we know the best. Although it has been 7 years, so maybe some things have changed. She's still nice. She's still a really nice girl, which is always good. All right, she answered the call of the forest spirits, whom she's always been able to hear. And oh dear, she got into the forest temple. Oh geez, we're gonna need to go save her now, aren't we? Well, let's hear what Navi has to say anyway. Not that we really want to hear her. Might as well though. She does say something that is of some significance for her. Basically, anytime that you talk to Navi after the last thing that she was saying that you could have heard went away, and maybe there's nothing significant for her to say at the moment, she just says, try to keep moving. Anyway, let's see what we did today. We met Ganondorf. He was a total jerk to us. We collected a couple of the god-named items, and then we spent 7 years in the Sacred Realm being watched over by a very creepy old man who was watching us as we grew up, as our clothes got a bit too big. Then he put some tights and lipstick on us. Wiped the lipstick off, fortunately, before we woke up, but he was so preoccupied doing that he forgot to close the doors to the Sacred Realm. So now we've got to go and clean his mess up. Next time on Legend of Zelda Master Quest, we go and we clean his mess up, I guess. I'll see you then.